Welcome. Thank you for watching this webinar. My name is Maria Galarza, and I'm Deputy Director of the Office of Sustainability at the City of Detroit. Today, we are sharing important information about the newly adopted Detroit Energy and Water Building Benchmarking Ordinance. The Benchmarking Ordinance is a critical step to reducing greenhouse gas emissions in the City of Detroit. Buildings are the largest contributors to GHGs in Detroit based on a 2018 inventory. Detroit and the region have aggressive GHG reduction goals, and we can meet them if we take energy efficiency and improved building performance seriously. Today, the City of Detroit and supporting partners in administering this ordinance will provide you with key information. The utilities that are covered under this ordinance are energy and water. To offer guidance on accessing your utility data, Tamika Banks of DTE, Dan Rainey of DWSD, and Jeffrey Webb from Detroit Thermal will walk you through the process. In addition, to further support building owners, our partners, the EPA, the Detroit 2030 District, and the City of Detroit Office of Sustainability will share how they are supporting.
Hi, I'm Brendan Hall with the EPA Energy Star Buildings Program, which exists to support improved energy performance in buildings to reduce GHG emissions and protect the climate. So commercial and multifamily buildings account for a large percentage of US floor space, and individually are large users of energy and generators of GHG emissions. Taken as a whole, commercial and multifamily buildings account for a major source of GHG emissions in the United States. In cities, the proportion of emissions from these buildings can be even double this or more. It's this fact, coupled with their long lifetimes, that make buildings a major focus for emissions reduction. And in national studies, buildings represent the single biggest source of emissions reduction potential.
I'm Zada Sublini with the City of Detroit's Office of Sustainability. The ordinance defines buildings as a permanent structure that is constructed or used for a residential or non-residential purpose. The ordinance requires whole building aggregate energy and water usage data per building to be reported annually for the prior year. Screenshot the next slide because important information about dates is coming up. On October 1st, 2024, buildings 100,000 square feet and greater are required to submit electric, gas, and water usage data for the 2023 calendar year to the City of Detroit. The reporting will take place through the Energy Star Portfolio Manager web platform. Every year, building owners are required to report the prior year's usage by June 1st. Next year, on June 1st, 2025, buildings greater than 25,000 square feet are required to submit electric, gas, and water usage data for the 2024 calendar year. Compliance status for buildings 100,000 square feet and larger will be reported publicly through a map published by the City of Detroit next year on October 1st, 2025. Similarly, for building data due next year, the compliance map will be updated to show buildings 25,000 square feet and larger on October 1st, 2026.
So what is benchmarking? Benchmarking is a way to track the energy and water that a building uses and compare the resulting performance metrics against past performance and the performance of similar buildings. It's about turning information into action. So the graphic shows the power of benchmarking in 12 similar fire stations with vastly different energy use. Knowing this information creates an opportunity for improvement. Energy Star Portfolio Manager is EPA's free tool for benchmarking. Anyone can use the tool to benchmark their building's energy use, water use, waste, and emissions. Thousands of organizations use the tool each year as both a management platform and metrics calculator, including of the 1 to 100 Energy Star score, which is a gold standard metric for understanding peer performance and energy use. Data you enter into the tool is private and secure. More than 300,000 buildings use the tool each year, representing nearly a quarter of commercial building floor space. To get started with benchmarking, you'll need to enter some key information, which you can find on the Energy Star Portfolio Manager data collection worksheet. There are several different ways to get your data into the tool, whether entering it manually via spreadsheet upload or working with companies that can automatically enter data on behalf of building owners.
You can comply to this ordinance in 4 simple steps: building your Energy Star Portfolio Manager profile, accessing your utility data, inputting your utility data, and connecting your building profile to the City of Detroit.
My name is Kendall Kuhneman, and I'm the Senior Program Manager with the Detroit 2030 District. The Detroit 2030 District is part of a nationwide network of districts that help buildings benchmark their utility data. In Michigan, there are 2030 districts in Detroit, Grand Rapids, Ann Arbor and Washtenaw County, and a new district emerging in Lansing. In Detroit, we have been supporting building owners and managers with reducing carbon emissions from their buildings and transportation. Since 2017, we have been running a voluntary benchmarking program and supporting buildings with benchmarking their buildings' energy and water usage. We are proud to say that we now have over 62 million square feet participating. Any building in Detroit may join our program. Becoming a building member gives you access to a network of other buildings that are benchmarking and pursuing energy efficiency excellence in Detroit. You may find more information and join our program by filling out the Join Us form on our website at the link below.
Hi, my name is Tamika Banks. I'm Principal Supervisor with Energy Partnership at DTE. I'll be sharing with you the 3 ways to access your DTE energy usage data. The first way is through your bills, through your paper bills. You can view your building's bills and collect the monthly usage via your paper bill or by accessing your online DTE business account. Or you can reach out to your DTE account manager or customer service and request a year's worth of usage data. Last, you can enroll in the DTE Data Hub, which is currently available only to members of the Detroit 2030 District. With a direct request and 2030 membership, building owners will need to complete a customer consent form. The DTE Energy Data Hub makes it easier for multi-tenant and owner-occupied building benchmarking that allows customers to aggregate their building data and have that building data sent directly to Energy Star Portfolio Manager. We look at the broad set of buildings that Data Hub provides data for is the multifamily residential, mixed-use commercial and residential, multi-tenant commercial buildings, and owner-occupied commercial buildings. And again, any of those multi-tenant, multi-family residential buildings will require a customer consent form.
My name is Dan Rainey, and I am with the City of Detroit's Water and Sewerage Department. To access your water usage data, you will send an email to dwsd_benchmarking@detroitmi.gov. This email needs to include the meter number, your account number, the year that you're reporting or requesting data for, and a customer consent form.
Hello, my name is Jeff Webb. I'm the Director of Engineering and Customer Relations at Detroit Thermal. The process of receiving usage data from Detroit Thermal initially will be a manual process. We anticipate an automated process to roll out later in 2024. To submit a request for a building's steam usage, the request will be submitted via the email address noted below, reporting@detroitthermal.com. The only information needed to fulfill the request is the service address, the time frame of the data being requested, as well as the account number. All of this information can be found in the top left corner of a Detroit Thermal invoice.
Once your building profile is complete in Energy Star Portfolio Manager, connecting your profile to the city is the last step for compliance. First, find your Detroit building ID using the lookup tool. Detailed directions for this tool are in the lookup tool located on the benchmarking website. Second, add the Detroit building ID to your building's Energy Star Portfolio Manager profile. Then add Detroit benchmarking reporting as a contact in Energy Star Portfolio Manager. Finally, share your buildings and meters with the Detroit benchmarking reporting account in Energy Star Portfolio Manager. Resources for compliance can be found on the benchmarking website. These resources include a compliance checklist, the frequently asked questions, and the benchmarking how-to guide. Additionally, a very robust library of training materials is available on the Energy Star Portfolio Manager website. There is also a calendar of outreach events to help with compliance, including webinars, small group workshops, and office hours. Please register for outreach events ahead of time. These events are available on the benchmarking website. Questions can be directed to benchmarking@detroitmi.gov. The Office of Sustainability's help desk is for all things benchmarking. Energy Star Portfolio Manager questions can be directed to the Energy Star Portfolio Manager help desk.
We want to thank you for joining us for this key information as we roll out the benchmarking ordinance in Detroit. Please remember these key dates. To help you with the process, we are linking all the information from this video on the caption of the video and providing the presentation as a PDF.